Hey everyone, this is Marilen Crump, business developer, marketing strategist, and I am on part 3 exploring the new changes on Canva. And I want to show you first the desktop. And look, I've been working on some fun things, as you see. One of my brands is called Into Success. So if you're interested in learning how you can use intuition to help you develop entrepreneurial success, that's one of the big things that I love focusing on. But look, there's that part 1. And if you put your mouse over it, it might slide down to what the part 2 looks like. So I've been using Canva for the thumbnails of these particular videos. And notice that I kind of gave it a little change. The green is the first one, yellow is the second one. I was inspired by the wonderful event Canva had yesterday and how they were changing colors with each department. So where we left off was video 1, and the video 1 covered 1 and 2 on what's changed. And then video 2 covered number 3. So today let's click into Intro to Magic Studio. So let's check it out. All right, so ta-da! Awesome. So hopefully you are enjoying what you're doing with your Canva. As I've been playing with all the different tools, again, it's taking me a minute to get used to the pop-up on the right-hand side. We might see that here in a minute. Um, versus where everything used to be just popping out from the left. And so now let's just kind of dive in to see what's going on over here. I don't know where to put my face for these videos because since I have to anticipate that something might be popping out on the right hand side, I can't fully put me there. And so we'll just have to work with it. All right, so get to know Magic Studio. And page 2 is the different, okay, so really magic wand type of thing. So you got magic grab, which I played around with more as well, magic eraser, resize and magic switch, magic write, magic media, styles, highlights, magic design, magic animate. Okay, some things we probably already covered because they had that on the list, but let's see what's different about these slides here. All right, so try background remover. I say this is pretty easy. And remember from the other videos, when it's a photo nested in a frame, it tends to swallow up the other, if you were to put a photo on top instead of a graphic. Anyhow, look at that in my other videos and see what you think of that. I apologize if you can't leave a comment on the YouTube for some reason. I'm trying to figure out those settings. So let's go to background remover and ta-da. So I think that's pretty fun. You won't necessarily get a ta-da every time you do that. So I think that was maybe built in underneath, and we can see that there's different layers, all right, from this actual photo. And if we want to investigate a little bit, I'm going to hit back. So that undoes the things if I was to drag this out. Okay, so it's not in a frame. So that's how the ta-da happened. The ta-da already existed behind there. And again, just to back up what we did, we hit the background remover pretty fast and simple. I find that if it's smooth lines on the outside, the background remover is fantastic. I've tried other background removers and I say Canva is my favorite. Okay, select the photo of the astronaut. So we did something similar from here, but let's just refresh what we did before, which is we hit the edit on the top menu bar. And then look, I got to move my face. Sorry. Let's move my face. And then you have Magic Studio. So pretty much everything that they're probably going to walk through in this set of stuff is going to be sorry, still moving my face, is going to be on that line when you are clicking on a photo and then you hit edit. The line that I'm talking about is in the menu here that pops up now on the right hand side under Magic Studio. And so I guess you would use this arrow here to explore the other things. So I believe this might be in order. So we're currently, oops, I hit the one background remover on accident. So we'll bring back the background back. Okay, so the magic grab is the third one actually. So I guess we're not doing magic eraser right now. So magic grab. And I tried this on a different image yesterday and it didn't select a piece of something in the graphic. So I used the brush. So if I use the brush, one thing I did discover was that it'll still help you select the other things, but I noticed that it was missing when we were just looking at it just now. We're missing the edge of this, which happens because it's too close, I guess, to the background. Um, so I'm finding these edges. I'm going to now click this here. And notice as it highlights, it still includes that. But do you see where it's not purple? That's just going to show you that it's not going to grab that piece. At least that's been my experience so far. So let's kind of brush that purple along the edge like so, so that when I do select, click, and hover over everything that I think belongs to the astronaut is part of the grab. So again, just click it. Don't hold the mouse down. And pretty much it shows you what it has. Um, only trouble sometimes if it's too big of a canvas like this, you got to shrink it so that you can see what you grabbed for the whole thing. Okay, hit the purple button for the grab. And it pops the image out and actually heals and makes the background more continuous. And we'll see what I mean here in a second. So it is wonderful because you're not having to do very specialized retouching as far as cloning pieces of the background, which used to take a lot of time. So if I now take the image that has now been lifted off the graphic, and if I click and hold down the mouse and then drag it over, now you could place that in the next picture. And look what I mean by it has healed or it has created a retouch of the photo to provide the rest of the planet and the stars without the astronaut being there. Okay, so now let's click the next one, Magic Eraser. So select the photo, click Edit, and we're going to brush over the birds. All right, so now, oh, you know what? I got so used to clicking this arrow instead of edit. So you don't have to hit edit technically. If you hit the see all, you will see the menu pop up on the right-hand side, just like if you did edit. Just click the button now, Magic Eraser. So muscle memory, that's just easier for me to click. Now, here's the brush. And you don't have to be super exact. You're just kind of like brushing as much to cover the object so you don't have to get super minute with it. And now I believe, did we just erase from there? So I didn't try the click method, which is where it finds it by itself, but it still worked even with my messy brush. And it did it just with one click. That is amazing. And then I guess just hit X and then it sends you back to the canvas. So I think it is nice that it's giving us the zoomed in view of the image that we're working on when you are using a magic tool. Then you can really concentrate on just that one portion of what you're creating. And this one says try resize and magic switch. So we're going to transform into a dock, select summary, transform into dock. So where's that? So I guess it's a magic tool. Let's click and then we're going to go, I'm going to go to the select all. I'm just used to that one. There's Magic Studio here and I'm not seeing all the things. So resize and magic switch. Click resize and magic switch. Okay. Let's X out of that. Maybe I click It's a video, right? So click, resize, and magic switch. Maybe transform into dock. Oh, up here, we're talking about the blue menu up top. Okay, so click resize and magic switch. I when I'm following directions, sometimes my brain blanks out. That's okay. All right, moving my face yet again. So there's lots of places where the menu might expand. So just be prepared when you're working in the workspace that it could come from the top, could come from the left. You have some options on the bottom, and of course now things pop out on the right. Um, Oops, let's close that. Creative Adobe Cloud. It's trying to say hello while I'm working on Canva. Interesting. All right, so I've moved my face. Now I got to click that area again. And we're saying transform into a dock. We're going to try it out. So, and then it said to click summary. So transform. Let's see what happens. So I think I clicked it. Oop, I did. Sometimes it's just slow. You gotta be patient. I'm not always super patient. And I apologize. Okay. It could be my internet's somewhat slow. It says larger designs may take longer. I feel like this is a pretty large design from what I see, and I hadn't scrolled all the way. There's at least 10 slides. So I'm not sure with certain things, and I'll experiment with it. Where could you leave the tab to go do something else? Sometimes when something's rendering too long, I do hop around on my other open tabs. I'm not sure if you're like me and you have multiple crazy tabs open because you're multitasking. And I think it's okay on the internet to multitask because let's say, something's doing what it's doing like this and it's going to take a minute. I got to move on to something else. And that's why we have things open. All right. So that is going to take a minute and it's probably going to make a copy file, just my guess here, or it's going to make it like a normal document length. It didn't really quite say, or did it say, and I just missed it. So I guess what do we do while we're waiting on that? I'm going to see what happens if I click away from it. Does it keep going? Okay, I'm clicking and I see that there's a little circle still thinking up there. So I guess if I make any changes now, oh, there it is, copied and transformed. So it's probably just like you do when you're copying from the main dashboard, it's going to create a new file or a new canvas that we would look at. So let's check it out. View, and my face is dragging. Oops. All right. View. I clicked it and I'm not sure what just happened. It's probably messing things up that I'm trying to record myself as we're learning here. Okay, well, I'm probably thinking when we close this out, we can definitely see it in the dashboard. So we'll wait on that in a second. All right, what is Magic Write? Okay, so try Magic Write. So select the text box under the title, okay, which is right here, or text box under the title. Okay, right here. Click Magic Write Custom Prompt. And so now that it's a text field, the menu up here has changed. So instead of a picture where it will say edit, when you click on a text field, Magic Write exists. So we're going to click Magic Write. And again, my face is in the way. You won't have this problem later because you're not going to be using your face when you're working on Canva. Okay, so then use the prompt. Newspaper article about dancing penguins under custom prompt. Okay, so here's custom prompt in the very bottom. What did it say? It's on top of what I'm supposed to be reading. What did it just say? Okay, I clicked out of it because I can't remember. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to copy, paste. I'm going to copy the prompt. And then we're going to click Magic Write and then Custom Prompt. Up now it's in a different place. I guess it's going to try to get out of your way depending on where you clicked. Maybe it was in the center as you saw, and now it's down here. All right, I'm pasting it in there and then I'm going to hit generate. So there's a lot of things that move around here. So it just went from here and it popped up to the center. And AI is writing for me. And it's very dancing. Oh, it's very dancey sounding here. Mesmerizing display, rhythm and grace. I wonder if you use the prompt, if you get the same result as I do. So meaning if we're all using the same prompt, does the AI vary it up per different user? I'm sure it does from what I've seen when I've asked AI to redo a prompt. But I think that's going to be one of the things that we discover as humans in this journey on how to use stuff. And then whether it's going to be similar with people with the same prompt. So I guess the name of the game is to be creative with your prompts. Uh-oh. But you know what? Now it's stuck itself here. I know why it showed up there because I still had it selected in here. Meaning instead of before when I was supposed to have this clicked in, it added the text here. So what I'm going to do is, I guess we'll just drag it over to my article. And of course, since I can't see it, one, it's too big. We'll change the color where we can see it now. And there you go. Article instantaneously written because you are using Magic Write. And of course, you'd probably still have to do your own formatting. Oh, where did I go? I inadvertently clicked on the next page, but I guess you could see how the Magic Write goes. But let's say, okay, I'll just delete that one section. And then I'm going to say, you know what? Let's see if Magic Write will replace this. And there's Magic Write. And then, oh, wait, never mind. The title's already in there. So technically, we have to copy that, paste it in here. You're seeing like if I was to be working on this article for real, then I would remove formatting wise, stuff like that. I like things to be on the next line and so forth. Like that. I love the resize toggle. Best thing ever. So that I don't have to worry about what the font number size is. I just make it fit. All right. So then if it was your article, you wouldn't be redundant with the title, etc. So there you go. There's your stuff that's beginning to formulate. Now let's click on the next section, Magic Media. Okay, Elements tab, which is on the left. So remember, tabs are on the left. They'll pop it out here. I'm just mousing over it. So if I'm not clicking on it and I mouse away, what I've seen it do is like kind of go back. I think my internet's a little slow at the moment, so my apologies. All right, so what I'm looking at is to generate my own graphics. The prompt is a gold leaf. And so generate graphics, and we're going to drag the leaf onto the book. Okay, so here we go. Generate your own. I think if I click here under search elements, and then I type in a gold leaf, then right here where it says generate images, scroll all the way down past the suggestions, and then it's going to make a gold leaf right there. You can pick a style. Let's just pick dreamy. Yeah, okay. It'll be a dreamy book. So I've done that. And again, so sorry my face is in the way. I think we'll make it a portrait. And then we're going to generate the image. But I see that count down there. Did you see it? hold on one second. There's a little thing that I see in some of these tools where there's like a limit to how much you can generate. I'm on the pro level. I'm not sure if it's different on the enterprise level or if it's different when you are looking at the basic free level. But you see where it says here, use one of 497 credits, refreshes at the end of the month. Okay, so I obviously don't generate a lot of AI images through Canva, so I have lots of things still to use. And now I'm just going to click one of these things. That looks good. Oops. You saw that because I scrolled my little mouse wheel. Okay. I was trying to see the bottom of that canvas to see if like how big that book is. Okay, it's just that's the bottom. Okay, so resize. Now there's a leaf, gold leaf there, and looks pretty cool. All right, so that's the AI generated image tool. So now let's go here, try styles, click the design tab. Okay, click design tab. And then it is the three dots because that was kind of small when I was looking at it the other day. So we already did this exercise in the other videos, but let's try it one more time here. And then we're going to try the brainstorm and we're going to say apply style to a page. Okay, and the page is highlighted. So if I click that button, it'll only do this for this page. So as you know, now it changed the style, but it kept the verbiage. Okay. All right, I'm going to click out of that. And you don't have to save anything. Looks like it automatically does it. All right, so it looks like we have a couple more slides if I scroll across. And remember, you can change the view to a scroll up and down view, which is wild because I say scroll across, but I guess this is that view, which is up and down, which I would prefer just because it gives me more of my canvas to look at. And I'm not worried that I'm cutting something off because of that bar on the bottom. All right, I'm going to try to get this to close by clicking the X. Okay, try highlights. So we're going to select the video. And then when that is selected, the menu changes. And we're going to use the little scissor. And then, oh, I don't hear it because I don't think I'm sharing sound. There is sound. Music, music, music. It looks like the Canva party. Okay. Select the highlights you want to include. So I'm going to click this here. And now it's showing me the whole part of the video, maybe. And then if it's kind of grayed out. Oop, okay. So I'm not sure what we're looking at here. Okay. I clicked it. Oh, I guess it automated highlights. Oh, my face was in the way of the results. That's going to be a t-shirt one day. My face is in the way. All right. There's the automated highlights. And it gives you a couple of different options and sections. I wonder if I can just pause this because right now it keeps playing. Now, if I was to add a selection to design, I guess I can replace the video that it was existing, or will it just add it as another layer? I don't know what it just did. So I clicked it. I don't know. All right, so if I click it back, does it show me? I'm going to look at see all, the highlights. I'm going to click it back. Hang tight as we organize and label the best moments from. Was I supposed to drag it? Did I read something? Okay, select the highlights you want to include. All right, well, I clicked this one. And it says add selection to design. And I clicked that. And now my video. Wah, wah. My video is gone. What did I do? I'm not sure how that's working. And then it's not there anymore on the top level. But if I click see all, I'm not seeing it automatically again. I guess I have to keep regenerating the highlights. Um, I'm not sure about this one. If you figure it out, and if I can get the comments to turn on, then feel free to let me know in the comments. Okay, so here's that main video. So it's still there. Maybe it was just hiding. Again, that it's just playing, auto playing by itself. Oh, is it auto playing what I'm hovering on? It is doing that. Okay. But then if I add this to the design, every time I click it, I don't really see where it's adding, or I'm just scrolling just to see if it pops up in another window. I don't see it. I'll have to play with that one. I do have other AI tools that I use. Like I'm sure some of y'all are familiar with Opus Clips to get highlights, so what they call it clips. So in my opinion, it's probably the same thing where you can get um, chapters of a video and it's going to organize it for you. So that's kind of cool if that's the case. I just don't understand how it works at this particular moment. Okay, try Magic Design. Click on Design tab. A presentation about why we should get a cat. See all generated presentations. Okay, so if I go here, use 5+ words. Okay, a presentation about why we should get a cat. And then, oh, sorry, moving my face. Search, I guess search. Click the design tab. We're in the design tab. See all the generated presentations. Okay. So we're seeing some stuff here under results. It says why mom should allow me to get a pet, us to get a pet. I think there's still something we're waiting on over here. And so I guess what's happening is with the prompt, it's going to pre-populate certain templates and have a presentation ready. So if there's something like this, where there's like 12 pages, oh, okay. So there's stuff down here, but then there's stuff here. This technology is new and improving. Please report these templates if they don't seem right. Okay, so let's click on the second one here, and it should open up, yep, the pages, and then you should be kind of like able to look at it all. All right, so it's gonna pretty much create a user case for you to speak to your parent about getting a cat. Why you need a cat. There's the why. Okay, well, that's interesting. Oh, it didn't ask me again. Do you see that? It didn't ask me if I want to replace the page. If I just kind of click and you're on the same one that you've already kind of said, create an extra page, then it just kind of switches it around. But maybe if I click out of it, if I click another portion, will it ask me? Okay. All right. So I'm not sure if you noticed that when you have added it as a new page and it's still highlighted, you still can click around on the template pages, but until you click outside of the selected box, then like you saw, it just keeps switching easily that way. All right, I'm scrolling down because remember I changed the view. So thumbnail view is the view where you have all the pages on the bottom. I don't particularly like that technically. My favorite would be the grid view actually, if I wanted to see what's already on my whole project here. So try Magic Animate, and that was in the other video where we moved around the rocket ship. And but I'm gonna try it again here just in case I'm wrong. Okay, so click on this page. Okay, it says the whole page. Maybe we didn't do this. Okay, so click on this page, and then here's the animate button up here. Pop up on the right side. Magic animates the main button, and it's going to look at the page, and then it's going to recommend a style. And right now it recommended digital. And this is nice with the Canva, is that when you mouse over, you can see the options before you click it. So you're not, it's kind of giving you a preview of, if you were to click, this is the animation that's going to happen with this page. So that's nice. And the alternative styles are down here. Okay, but they said to choose the digital, which is the recommended, which is fine. So if you have that selected, now X out of it, your animation should be there. And just to give you awareness later, if you're thinking like, did I already animate this page? Click the page and you'll see what you've selected. If it still says animate, that means you had not animated the page as a whole. You can animate individual things too. Let me see if it's in the menu here. There's the animate right there. Okay, so that's showing up as neon. So I can even change around just a little bit of something. So everything was digital, and then this one will say succession. It shouldn't change the whole rest of it. And then if I want to see it, so now the whole page is digital. But this one section, when I click on it, it says succession right here. And if you want to preview it, let's try, nope, that's the timing. Okay, I guess we have to look at the present button. Okay, let's check it out. So we're looking at this presenter button. So let's say present. You might not see me here for a second. So present, it's going to exit. And what's happening? Okay, here we are. All right, that was kind of quick. Oh, there it is. That's, if I go back. Okay, it's probably animate on when it comes into the frame instead of when it leaves the frame. So there's the animation. And what I mean by that is you have to sometimes set an animation if it's coming backwards, maybe? No. I think it only works if you're doing the slides in order, and that's what you see. Okay, so let's exit the full screen. And look like the last one was just thank you. All right, so that's this whole section. Now, one thing I did notice that if you close it out, it's gonna, it really closed it out. Okay, so, oh, I think it's when I hit back on the Canva. There was a moment where it kind of was here and I could see the left menu, meaning the project I was just in, it was still in this space, and then I had to click the X. I just wanted to show you really quickly before we go into the guide to teamwork, which will just be a separate video. That way you can watch this in itself. I started utilizing more of that starred option, as you see here. So here's one here that I've been making. So let's star that. And when you star that, it shows up here, and we're going to drag it. I'm going to drag it to my into success section that I made. And if I want to see what's in here, use the toggle. And then you can see that. So I think that is a nice addition. I'm loving that. And I guess when you get a message from Canva, it's probably going to show up at this top part. And then you can click out when you're done with it. All right, so hopefully you enjoyed this video and it was helpful to you. I do these videos, I have been doing them, not on my YouTube, but when I teach my students, I have a mastermind called 1K in a Day. I have another mastermind coming up that is part of the Into Success. So if there's anything you need, normally we're having wonderful discussions in there about ways to make our lives easier as entrepreneurs, creatives. And if you need any assistance at all, give me a holler and we'll see if we can get you jump started. So until next time, this is Marilen Crump. I'll see you around. Bye for now.